Hey, what's up? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with another Flashcard Friday. All right, guys. So you know the drill. You're just one deal away. One deal from changing your entire financial future. We have these flashcards here. They are designed to help you get on the road, making some money. 5 minutes a day is all it takes to go ahead and practice this. Get really fluid, really conversational with your sellers. We've broken these down into talking to buyers, talking to sellers, some math you must know, and of course, how to find off-market property. So without any further ado, let's jump into this week's flashcard. And it's completely random here. Got to pull from the front here because we've done so many. All right, what do we got going on? We have, the 6 of clubs. Dun, dun, dun. Who else are you talking to? No, this one's kind of controversial. I'll go ahead and read it, then I'll explain to you why I think it's a little bit controversial, both sides of the equation, what I've heard at. Okay, so the 6 of spade, who else are you talking to? You need to know if you have competition and what you're up against. So the phrase is, besides talking to me, who else are you talking to? Now this is a very benign comment, very innocent in nature. You're just looking to see, hey, do you have any other competition that is also looking at the property? For example, if this came from a bandit sign, who else, what other signs do they call? If this is an internet lead, where else do they put their information and what other forms are they filling in? So you want to figure this information out that way. And now I said it was controversial. Why is it controversial? Well, there's two schools of thoughts here. I personally would rather know who I'm going against. So that I can, know that I'm not the only one out there. I'm not going to just shoot a lowball offer knowing that someone else is going to come right behind me and shoot it a little bit higher and get the house, snipe that house from me. The other thing is, and this is why it's quote unquote controversial, is someone says like, oh, you don't want to tip them off that they can call another investor. And I think that's bogus. I think in this day and age, people know like, hey, I'm going to shop around. So you don't want to be like, oh, I saw this sign on the side of the road that says we buy houses. I'm just going to call that guy and nobody else. And whatever price he gives me, I'm just going to go with it. I mean, that doesn't happen. So the whole idea of like, oh, you don't want to insert the idea that they're going to call someone else or that maybe they should be calling somebody else. You know what? I think if you do this business and you do it right and you solve problems and you're honest about it, you're going to make money. So that's why I like to know. Who else are you talking to? Because there are some guys, and this is a true story. This happened, this is not a specific story, but this is a true life situation that happens multiple times when I'm going and looking at property and I ask the question, who else are you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to such and such. Okay, here's a true story actually. So I talked to a guy, this was he owns a smog shop about an hour north of me, and I was looking at buying his duplex. And my price, of course, was way low because the house needed a lot of work. It was code enforcement, fire damage, all kinds of stuff. Obviously, he didn't like my price, and so he was already shopping it around. 2 days later, he called me back. He goes, hey. I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes, what do you know about such and such buyers? Like, it was like their company name. I go, honestly, I don't know who they are. He's like, yeah, I tried to look him up on the internet as well, and I couldn't get a feel for this guy. I don't know if he's actually a buyer or not. He told me he's a cash buyer, but he needs like 45 days to close. And I'm like, all right, well, 45 days to close does not mean he's a cash. Chances are he's not a cash buyer. He's going to get you under contract, shop that contract around. If he can't get anyone to pull the trigger, he's going to come back and hit you on price and lower you. And that's exactly what happened. This dude went with that guy because he was a higher price, but he was trying to double check with me if I knew this guy. I don't know who he was. There's a lot of players in this game, but I just said, hey, being real with the guy, I'm all cash. I have the money. There are cats out there that are just going to try to get you under contract, and they're going to try to shop that contract around. It's totally cool if they do that. That's how I got started. But at least if they're honest with you, you know the process. If they're not honest with you and they're pretending that they're a cash buyer, that's where you have an issue. And so he's like, oh, all right, cool. But anyway, it ended up happening that he went with this guy and nothing worked out. So he actually sold it to another guy, a good friend of mine. I tried to buy it from my friend, but he didn't want to sell it to me. He's making too much money on that deal. But anyway, great to know who else you're talking to, and that's how you do it. And just be honest with people in this game, guys. There's no problem with you making money. We all are about making money in this business. We want everyone to make money. It's the fact that you have to lie about it in order to make money. That's what puts a taint, a little tarnish on our reputation as investors and gives us a black eye and a bad name. So go out there, be real, be honest, be you, and just remember, you're one deal away from changing your entire financial future. Practice these cards. 5 minutes a day is all it takes, and you'll get super good. Or you know what? I don't think I said this yet, but go ahead and click the link below. Get a copy of them. If not, jump on over to bootstraprei.com/flashcards, and you'll get your set today. Thanks.